So thank you. I'm still writing, of course, because there's nothing else to do all day, every day. So I never, after 35 books, I don't have much sympathy for people who say they have writer's block. Duh. I say try red wine instead. John Wayne used to live down here. So did Stuart Granger.
Oh.
I don't think they had a thing going. But how can you tell?
It's hard. Look at that. Wow.
Yeah, that's Squaw Gulch down at the bottom. They don't use those kind of words anymore. You got a shitload. Well, should we go home and read out of the book?
Yeah, or we could do it here.
No, I don't have a book here.
I have one.
You want to do it here?
Well, let's go inside for 1 second and let me just look at my list of questions.
Okay. I'm trying to shorten my ready day because last year I got overexhausted. My doctor said I'd blown out my adrenal glands, and so consequently I was spending too much of my life sleeping to get over writing. Then I found, Graham Greene said this fabulous thing. If you write a page or two a day, you got a novel every year, so.
It's true.
What's the sense? Plus, I never liked that say in Hemingway where he say, I wrote 600 words today or something I don't think is good. I mean, artificial limits.
You always quit when you have something left to say?
So you can get a start the next day,
This is a funny question. Do you eat or drink while you write?
Rarely, because eating makes you sleepy,
Yeah.
And if you eat a lot, you go brain dead.
Do you read other fiction while you're writing?
Yeah, at one time I could, but now I can read what I want. I used to be careful. I couldn't read novels while writing them, because somebody else gets into your system. Was that cabin I had in the Upper Peninsula for 25 years. It's a remote cabin in a clearing on a river, a log cabin. That was the best place I ever had. Nobody would ever come in there.
And you slept in there too, right?
The Basso boomed out the 7 deadly sins: pride, greed, envy, lechery, gluttony, anger, and laziness. On the way home in their old Plymouth with the bumpers and fenders rattling with rust, he asked loudly what lechery meant, and his dad said, "You'll find out when you're 14. A typical answer. Where all life was an on-earth hostage to the future. He had a clue because the high school girls referred to the male gym teacher as a lech, and there must be a connection. When they got home, he checked the dictionary and found out that lechery meant unrestrained sexual desire. He couldn't totally leave it alone, and at breakfast asked if the sins were deadly. How soon would you die? What if you forgot and committed one? Did you deserve to die? The doctor's son had the best bicycle in town. You would die if you wanted it. All at his age, this was less abstract than sexual desire. When you looked up the teacher's legs under her dress in 4th grade, could you drop dead? Could just looking be lechery? Which do us all then. Examine it closely to find out where you're wrong and right. Elegant Trogan showed up at the window. This
Oh, the
rare
bird?
bird.
Yeah.
And I thought Delma had just drowned, so I thought it was her. Yeah.
And that was 1990, no, 80 something, right? When you finished Alva?
Yeah, the road home.
So, Jim, you write with your pad of paper, right?
Yeah, my law tablets. And then I send them to Joyce. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that.
Mm.
So, what do you do in the kitchen? Do you make
Nothing.
some tea
No
or?
tea or coffee?
All right, let me just get one big.
It's just so wonderfully old-fashioned. You see, kitchen, they still have some of the original spices. It's almost a foot longer. Locally caught.
Do you ever light the stove?
Oh, not when Peter's not here. Peter's finding my friend. Come here.
Look at all those clocks.
Don't trip.
Oh, wow.
Look at this. This is the Jaguar skit
Oh, wow.
from 30 years ago.
Whoa. Hello. When was it built?
Oh, this one is, I think. So I've written yet another novel and then go brain dead for about a month. This will come out next year. It's the big 7, over my trauma as a boy. From hearing a hellfire sermon about the 7 deadly sins, and it occurred to me, I told a friend, when we look up the teacher's dress, you know, you drop your pencil and look up the teacher's dress, we can die for that. That's a deadly sin. It doesn't quite seem fair. We didn't do anything except open our eyes. But anyway, that was an early trauma, and I wondered how greatly the 7 deadly sins have figured in my thinking. Just like how much the 6 brown dogs that are coming out had been connected to some of my own behavior. Well, anyway, I'm grateful to all of you for selling my books. Used to think when I published my first novel, each royalty for each novel pays for a drink. Well, that's no longer true, because next to my hotel in New York, a martini is $13, where in Montana the same drink is $3, which is interesting.